Hi guys, yeah, we're sat in the shack tonight. We're going to do a quick service on this unit I've got here. I bought this the other day from eBay and I didn't pay a lot for it, to be honest. I paid £40. Now these were, I think it was worth £40 because we'll just get the power lead plugged in, because when these were new, these guys, I'll tell you now, because I bought one of these brand new back in 2007. These were the thick end of £400. In fact, they were about 460, as I remember. Hang on. In. Now let me show you what this machine's actually doing. Let me show you what this machine's actually doing, guys. So just turn it round and plug the power supply in. There we go, we're on. To show you what it's actually doing. As you can see, if we go to the other camera, move the other camera over, there you go. As you can see, it says no disc on both decks. That's fine. Now when I open this one, deck 1, so it says open, it's supposed to. Close that, it says close, it's supposed to. It won't read there's no discs in it. Now if I open disc 2, there you go, the buttons are a bit dodgy. Right, put them back in the middle. There you go, error. It says error. And it won't let me slide back in. I'll press that, it'll read, it'll go in, it'll read the disc, it'll play it. If I open that again, right, see, it'll change to error, there we go. Press that, press play, see, it's read the disc. There you go, and we're playing. So there's nothing wrong with that side of it. Now, this did have a bit of an issue. It's not as bad now, the button was a bit shit. It's not as bad now. Right, so let's take the disc back out. We'll see how easy it is to get 10 buttons when we take it apart, as to whether we bother doing anything about that. So what we'll do, we'll turn it off there, put my glasses on, and what we'll do, we'll whip out the screws. It shouldn't take much. Right, let's make sure we're recording. Are we recording? Yeah, we are. Right, so let's whip out the screws. Yeah, and what the problem will be, it'll be the limit switch. It'll be the switch. Let's change to the camera. There we go. It'll be the other switch. It'll be the switch. But I'm doing this in the shack because I've got stuff on the workbench in the workshop. So I thought, well, we'll just do this. We'll just quickly do this one in the shack. It's in nice condition, this thing as well. It's lovely, it's pretty minty fresh, it's not bad. Just needs a polish here and there. But I like these Numark units, I think they're excellent. I think they're excellent, guys. I've got 2 of these now. I've got 2 of these units. One of them was the what I called the Ghost, the haunted karaoke player, because I had to do a lot with that, didn't I? I had a bit of a mechanism problem with that. Well, this is only it's going to be a dirty switch. So I should have whipped the screws out first, but never mind. Never mind. Never mind, I could chat to you while I do it. I've just had our friend Jason Woods on the phone, or I've just phoned him rather because he sent me a message. Yeah, he was going to buy a mini disc recorder, but it's one of those ones where it has a ribbon that connects it to the rest of the thing. It's proprietary to Technics, and I told him, you know, I told him I couldn't do anything with that, and you can't really, unless you've got the rest of the system. You can't do nothing with them. I don't like that sort of stuff anyway. Propriety, you know, where you need, you know, where you're forced to use a company's product instead of being able to choose. Like I've got all my stuff here, I can mix and match. You know, like I've got a Rogers amp and an Iowa tape deck and a Sony reel-to-reel and a Gallard SP25 Mark III turntable. I like to be able to mix and match like that. This should be nice and minty and fresh inside. And I'm hoping I might be able to even do it without taking the mechanism out. Anyway, we'll see. So that's... Have I missed a screw? Haven't, have I? I missed a screw. No. Didn't think I had. Make sure you don't want to break anything. No, there we go. Oh guys, that's lovely inside. Lovely and minty and fresh. Lay that back there if I can. Now where's the... Yeah, I thought I could have got to the switch. Alright. I can just leave that like that for a minute. Unplug these. Because these... Oh shit. I've just yanked a fucking plug off, it's that one. Alright. Unplug that one as well. Do you know, I fucking knew that was going to do that. Why did I know and not do anything? Right. Let's undo these. There we go. A little bit more flex. Oh, push it back a bit. There you go. There we go. Right. Where have I put my freaking screwdriver? There it is. Now what we need to do is take this board out. We'll clean it all while we're in here as well. Now these screws I'll put there. They're all out of the outer case. These ones are out of the board. And basically unplug that before I forget. The ribbon cable, there we go. Now take the two screws out the back. Yeah, we nearly caused a problem there, didn't we guys? I hope we haven't. Let's unplug that. Because it's pulling on it a bit, there we go. Whoops. Where's that screw? There it is. We'll make sure we put the correct screws back in the correct places. Now, like I say, I've got a few of these. I've got two of them. This one and the other one, the ghost one. I'm going to use that on a Sunday because I'm moving back to discs. So there you go. Lift this board out of the way. Just move that back out of there. That'll be okay. I don't really want to unplug everything. That'll do us. Right. Now what they've done here, let's get the screws, let's get the We'll go to the other camera so you might be able to see something what I'm doing. That's the wrong camera button. Right, so what we're doing, we're just taking the mechanism out. I don't know why I had to use all these screws. We used 2 screws each bracket. But this is actually slightly different because I've got to take these out. The other one only had the only one's only got one of these brackets either side. And that makes your life makes your work a bit harder, doesn't it? You've got to take these out, then you've got to pull 4 screws out of the frigging bottom as well. But yeah, what it's going to be, guys, it's going to be a dodgy switch. We know that. But in order to get to it, doesn't take a lot of servicing this. Make sure they can all go together because we know they're all the same screw. They all are really, but yeah. I'll buy these all day long, these Numark units, because very little goes wrong with them. They're great because they do karaoke. They'd be better, they'd be alright if they did VCD, they don't. They only do audio or standard audio CDs, which is CD-DA and CDG. So now we've got to take the screws out of the back, get the bloody mechanism out. And I think these screws are slightly different. No, I think they're the same. What we'll do, we'll put them there, because they're, make sure that everything goes back in. And that's come out. There you go. And there. Alright. There's another one of these not far from me for 40 quid with a mixer, a Numark mixer with it, but I shouldn't really. I've dropped a screw. There it is. There he is. Now, if I lift this out, oops. Now, on here we should have a limit switch. We've got 2 switches on here. Got 2 switches on here, guys. That feels loose. It's not, it's that. So basically when we undo the tray, now, now, now that's not moving. Now that should move. That should move. I wonder if the switch, I wonder if the thing that hits the tray is broken. I wonder if the thing that hits the tray is broken. I'm just wondering, guys. Let me just move. We'll just put that there a minute. and I can move the main unit and then we can look at that. Right. Let's move this. Right. It's unplugged. Put that. Ooh. Oops. Put that carefully down there. There you go. Right. Now let's have a look at this. Bring the camera a bit closer. There we go. Right, so basically so one of them pushes it in. So one of them pushes it in. One of them pushes it in. Must do. Right. See, the problem is you can't get to it. Let's take the clamp off. You can't get to it. Just take the clamp off. We want the clamp off anyway to clean the laser unit. Right. Now, I thought there was one switch under there. There's not. There's two. There's two switches under there. So now we've got the clamp out of the way. So if I right, that's up in the play position, which means that that switch there is over, and that's right. That one's over, which means that's in the play position. So if I bring this down, and that's come back, which means the one we want to look at is that one there, and there's your problem. Right, we're supposed to. Right, there's your problem. Got a piece of plastic missing out of there. Now, what can I put in there? There's a piece of plastic missing out of there. Now, what can I use? These screws here, I could probably use one of those. So let's try it. Probably use a screw to sort that. There should be a thing that's too loose. There's no problem, we can fucking glue the cunt in. It's a bit too short, that one. So let's find another one. I think I've got some of these mechanisms. I think I've got one of these mechanisms, but I don't know where. Whoops. But I think. But that's your problem. Oh, and that one fits as well. That one actually fits and it screws in. Yeah, it does. Now, will that be long enough? Yeah, guess what, guys? That's fixed. That's long enough. Make sure that's in there properly. It is. Yeah, because that's now hitting the limit switch. But I wonder why. I wonder if the thing just popped out. I'm wondering if the thing just popped out. As it can do, or somebody being in here. But that's... Right, so... Yeah, that's working now, guys. That's perfect. Right, so if I just go and get me... You bear with me a minute while I just go and get me epoxy resin. I'll just go and get me epoxy and we'll epoxy that in. Do a proper job. Bear with me, guys. Ooh. Right. Just have a quick look in the bedroom. See if I've got one of the mechanisms. Got it. Got it. Ow. I'm in my boxes, by the way, guys. Yeah. Right, so I've got something to mix it on. It come with a little mixing thing. Yeah. Fucking doesn't, does it? Good job I saved. That might do it, but failing that. There you go. But, get the screw back out. See, we may as well put a little bit of epoxy in there. Standard resin, epoxy resin. Right, is this the hardener? Use the blue cap only. There you go. Now, we'll need a little bit. There you go. And this one use a white cap only. Oh, this is the hardener. Get a little bit of that. That'll do us. The hardener's a bit thin. What we've got there should do. And all we do now, we just put a little bit of epoxy on the bottom of the screw. There you go. I'll shift that out of the way for a minute. Get me back on my screwdriver. Put that back into there. Bring it back a bit so we don't get it wrong. Right, is that in? It won't tighten up because the, what do you call it, but oh shit, I've done it wrong. Let's get it back out before it hardens. That's it. There you go. So what we'll do now, just to be sure, what we can do, we can scrape a bit more of this off here and just put it on the bottom of the screw. Put it in the bottom there. There you go, just wait for that to harden now. Yeah, it's perfect that now. Does it go all the way back without hitting anything? What's the matter with that? Right. Right, so that's there. Then that has to come on the lift. Now that should be lifted up now and locked into place. Got a ground wire off as well. So somebody's actually had this apart because we've got a ground wire off. Yeah. It's a ground wire off, I'm not sure where it's from. There's a ground wire off there. Where would that be from? Yeah, so somebody's obviously been in this to try and repair it, but yeah, we'll just leave that to harden now. And that goes all the way down, and that should yeah, so if I'd have seen that, I wouldn't have had to have fucking took all this out. But somebody's been in here. Yeah. Because that ground wire's out. And this just pops up. There you go. Into the reed position. So what we'll do, we'll clean the lens. I'm not going to use anything on the lens. I'm not going to do anything else with it because it doesn't need anything, it works. I'm just going to, there you go. I'm just going to wipe the lens. So all we're doing, put that up there, back in the box. Put that there for now. Now pop the clamp back on, because there's not really much else to do. Wrong screwdriver. See, I don't usually do this sort of repair in here, but because I've got that Calaro still on the bench, and bench one's still got loads of junk on it, I may as well just use this bench to do this room. Give this a good once over. There we go. And this is working now, guys. I won't get that error now. I shouldn't get that error now. That's what we're getting. That ground. I think that ground came off. No, it don't come off the motor. I think it came off there. Let's turn the soldering iron on. Switch on the smouldering bat. Yeah. Usually have the dates on these machines when they were made. This I never noticed it on this one. Yeah, it must go to that. But that doesn't go anywhere. That doesn't go anywhere. So let's just see. No, no, didn't go to the motor, did it? No. I think it went there. Look it down. Wow. No, we're going to stick it there anyway. There you go. I think that's where it went. Right, let's move all this stuff out of the way. Put that back. Put that there for a minute. Now we need to lift the main unit back up, but this time try and do it without any drop bars. Oh, let's get me guts up. Oh, there you go. Right. Hang on, the fucking finger popped up. There we go. Right. Let's lift this up. Come on. The fucking back of it's got caught there. There you go. Oh. Hang on a minute. Move that camera. There we go. Now I want to get this in. I want to do it so I don't fucking snap anything. Oh, fuck's sake. Had it all sorted a minute ago. There we go. I have to go there, that's all I can do. Just so I don't pull any wires out. Just check everything. Right. Right. So we can that's it. Put all these screws back in. There you go. There you go. That's it. Yeah, that's in. Yeah. This must be one of the early ones where they put fucking reinforcements in them and everything. Probably because they knew they were being carried about. And this screws the small one in it. It'll still go in. Yeah, so somebody's been in there, haven't they, guys? Because the thing's missing. I don't think it's the person I bought it off. But you don't know. You can never tell for certain. So what we need to do is get this board. I think them wires. Can I lift that back forward? Let's just check where them wires there are going. Going right down. I don't want that to disappear. Right. Oh shit! There we go. Right, that's got to come back towards me because I can't get the wires in. Don't fall down there. Or you falling down there because it means I've got to fish you back out. Right. So that goes back towards there. We do have some wires. I don't think it goes back behind. I don't think them wires go there. Doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Yeah, it could do now. Yeah, it looks right now. I'm not gonna. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this board back in like that. And this has to come forward. that's right. I think this, let's lift this out. I think this has to come round here. Then that board goes like that, that's it. That's correct. Now let's get these are the, oh hang on, I've not put the fucking screws in for the fucking neck plate, have I? I'll put the plates back in. So it would be nice if I could just rest that like that. I can't. Right, so what I'll do, I'll rest that like that for a minute, because I've got to put these fucking clips back on. And these have got to go back in. They go like that. There. They're the case. They're the circuit board. These. There you go. We're going to leave one out because we used one to repair that, didn't we? Dee 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 dee. Take my breath away. There we go. That's what happens, guys. That's what happens. Somebody had gone in there to probably do something with it. Probably had a fault. They went in to try and mend it and lost the fucking thing. Probably flew out. Whereas really I didn't have to take all this apart, I only had to open it and put a screw in it. But I didn't know that at the time, because it didn't look as though anybody had been in here. So I didn't know that. And when you don't know something, you don't know it no matter what you think you know. Go to the other camera. There you go. Right. So this one goes in. We've got 2 wires. That one goes in that way. Which it does when we get it in the right position. There you go. There you go. Put 2 of these in. Do. At least it would be right if we had it fucking straight. Oh, get in. There you go. Let's get that straight. There you go. I think that one's a bit wonky, but I think it's probably like that anyway. screw in, it should just line up anyway. There, why did that do that then? Camera just went off and came back on again. We still got audio? Yep. Don't know why that did that. Feed that back through. There we go. That back there. Move that. Move that to the end there. Bring. So what the fuck's happening there now? Oh, I don't want the fucking. There we go. I don't want that dropping down. Right. So. It's probably going to come out that anyway. While I get that to where it needs to be. There we go. Feed that back through, which is your ribbon cable for your laser. Get that out of the way. We've got fucking all sorts of shit pulling through. I had this lined up a minute ago, didn't I, guys? Because that needs to come to. That needs to come. That needs to go over there a bit. There we go, it needs to go there. That fucking black wire there, that's a nuisance. It needs to go behind there. The white goes there. Right, let's get this fucking in. Where's the wires that screws that went in the circuit board? There they are. Let's get these in. Get in. Do the back one first. Right, so. Oh, you fucker. I can't get that there. Right, let's lift this up. There now, this needs to come over here. That's it, it needs to go there. Right. Now it's holding that in it. Can I put that there a minute? Rest that there. Front one in. Oh, see, it's basically you've got to just get it. Basically, you've got to get it so that it just lines up like that. Now, if I get the screw on the screwdriver, there we go. Now hold that with my hand, which is difficult. Hold that there, put my two fingers there. We're slightly off centre, but we're tighten that up in a minute. There you go, that's right. See, I'm trying to sort of like hold this. Oops. Right, well, we've got the screw in the hole. But it's getting the fucking screw sat straight. Now if I can hold that now. Right, we're in. Right, next one. That one there. They'll straighten up as they go in. All these wires, foot for that. Now, tighten this one. Now, the last one. I need to move this back now. Just hope I've not pulled any fucking wires off. Because really you're supposed to unplug all this to do this, but we're nearly done. There you go. Plug the ribbon cable in. Plug this cable in. Plug this cable in, it's power these cables. And these are for the Mac. Plug the other one in. These are your Mac. There you go. That's how it's done. There you go. Right. Let's plug it in. It should be okay, I hope so. Well, hang on, we've got a plug off here. I forgot to unplug that. There we go. Well, I don't plug that and we'll get no input to the CD board, which is what that plug does. Right, well, it's gone on okay. Well, not quite. That's it, yeah. Right. Open. There you go. That works now. there's no error. Check this one. Let's pop a disc into them. Check that they're going to work. Got 2 discs here. One of the discs was already in it when I got it. Right, so it's reading 9, yeah. It's reading that one. Are we getting volume? Yeah, we are. On this side. Yeah, we're getting sound on both sides. Yep. VU meter's working on both channels. There you go, that's that channel. That's that disc. That's that disc. Yep. Let's make sure we're in stereo. We are. And we've got a bit of a hum on that one. Let's press that back to there. Let's stop. There's no hum there. I wonder why we've got a hum on that. A bit of a hum there. Oh, hang on, I know why. There you go. Phono. If we move over to this side and do the same, they are. It's because we put them on phono. Put one auxiliary. That's it. Nothing. There you go. There you go, guys. And if I open it, remember we were getting the error. And that should wait a minute now. If I leave that for a minute now or so, it should close on its own. It should get fed up, realise that you haven't closed it, and then close it for you. Yeah. So I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with this, guys. I really am. There you go. It got fed up of waiting and closed it. It's read the disc. I've not cleaned that side, I forgot, but I'm not mucking about pulling it apart again. Yeah. Yeah, that's working now. No error. And that one's working. There you go, put it back on CD. There you go, guys. All working. I've not connected it up to any sound source, there's no need. Because if we're getting it on here, we're going to get it out of the back. So let's pop the screws back in. Right, so first of all we'll turn it off, because we're actually not quite, we're actually over the lip here. So we'll turn it off for a sec, lift that back up. There you go. That's it. Yeah, Yeah, I'm not going to be always doing repairs in here, but I thought for this one, guys, and that's all that was wrong with it. I could have saved the hassle of taking the bloody thing apart if I'd looked a bit closer, but we live and we learn. We live and we learn, guys. Right, well, I'm not in the hole there. That's it. Yeah. But we'll make sure we get all the screws in that came out. At least that's the idea. There we go. So somebody had been at my machine. Somebody had had a go at my machine before me. I said it was to do with the limit switch, didn't I? It's either a bad switch or something. Turned out the thing was missing. So somebody had had the tray out, so it had obviously been repaired. And somebody's probably lost that. Oops. That's it. Nearly lost a screw. I don't want to lose any screws. Not since I went to the good time and trouble to make sure I put them all in order. There you go. But these are good machines, guys. Honestly, I shit you not. These are brilliant machines for what they are and what they can do. They're, and like I say, when these came out, they got the date on the back of that one. Yeah, it has 2007 September. Yeah, it's a very early one. This I said it was, didn't I? This is one of the ones from when they were new. When they first came out, this is one of the first edition ones. But this could even be the one I actually even had, because I sold mine. I don't think it is though, because mine had a little scratch here somewhere. I don't know how it acquired that scratch, because I'm very careful and look after my gear, but it acquired a scratch. But yeah, this is one of the early ones, you can tell, because the last one, the one there's only got 2 of those things inside, them reinforcing plates, and the one I had 4 in it on each mech, the original. Yeah, but they were made to last, these. I mean, yeah, these were really made to last, these machines. I mean, Numark, a lot of people slag it off, but Numark was very good. You could use this on the American market as well, because you could use it on PAL, or you could either use it on PAL or NTSC. Not that it makes any fucking difference, because graphics discs are not encoded like that. And if you flick the switch on this, it just makes the writing either bigger or smaller. It doesn't make the graphics, it doesn't change the colour or lose it or anything. They're a good machine. Good machine. And I love them. One of the few things in life, one of the few modern things that I actually do like. And we've lost our first screw. But we haven't really, because I think it's here. I think it's just behind them wires. That's it there. just behind them wires. Yeah, and it's nice this one because it's all complete. The other one's got a couple of knobs missing, a couple of sliders, tops missing. I've got them somewhere. They're not the ones from it, but I've got some that'll fit. Believe it or not, guys, the hardest thing to find for these, you won't believe it, is the matching sliders. You know, the matching tops that go on the sliders. You know, so you have to either buy a whole set or just put up with it. But this is complete, this is lovely. Bit of a mark on the top there as well, but we can forgive it that. There's a mark there. Could have been mine this, you know. This could have been the one I had. Because it looks... Why has it got... Is that scratched there pencil or is it dug in? Because that is disgusting. Yeah, it's been scratched in. No, I would never do that. Now let's get the mains. Well, power supply. And it come with the original power supply, this as well. A lot of them don't. Everything there. Yeah, 9 tracks. And that one should read the same. Except you should read... So, see how long it takes. See which one's fastest. And I normally do this by turning the power off, turn it back on, trays going exactly the same time, 9, 13, exactly the same, guys, no difference. Right, so that's the Numark KMX2 done. Press play. There you go, it's that one's playing. Everything's working, yeah. Yeah. And press play on, slide that over to that side. Yep, thought it was noisy then, it's not. Press play. And yeah, we're working. We're working both channels. There, that's your easier speed. That's all working, and they feel nice as well. All the controls on these, they feel quality, guys. Even the crossfader, look at that feel, it doesn't just, you can't just whack it across, it feels good. And even these, they all feel nice. They feel like they're really well made. You know, and they've got detents in them for when at the central points. It's got echo on this as well, so you can put echo on mic 2 and 3, mic 1, which is called DJ mic, that doesn't have echo on it. The echo is only on these 2 channels here, which is what you want, because that's where people are going to be, that's where your singers, your performers are going to be singing. People are going to be singing into mics 2 and 3. And the DJ is going to be in control of mic 1. And that's it, guys. I'll get this uploaded for you and give you something to watch. Thank you very much. We're back in the workshop tomorrow. We're going to get the Calaro, the EAR model 1960 record player done. For Chesterfield Charlie. You all take it easy. Like, share, subscribe. Buy me a coffee if you want to. And I'll be back this way tomorrow with another video for you. I thought it'd not been as fast as they usually are, but yeah. I have other things that have to be done as well. Anyway, guys, I'll be back this way tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye for now.